Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we love books. And today I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing my first ever book haul on this channel. It's sort of like a beginning of the year book haul. I have a bunch of books over here that I want to just show you. Some of them I have already read and most of them I have not read yet. So we're just gonna go through, see what books I got for Christmas and see what books I bought for myself. So let's start with the books that my friend Allie got me for Christmas because that was probably the earliest out of all of these. So first up we have Sadie by Courtney Summers. This is a little bit too bright. There was sort of like a theme for my best friend's gift to me, and that was YA thrillers. So I know this is a thriller, I think it's YA as well, and basically it seems like it's about this girl Sadie, and her younger sister is killed or dies, and so she is trying to figure out who killed her sister, and in the meantime I think she is also being chased by the police because she ran away to go and figure that out. So it sounds like a classic thriller, nothing too crazy about it, but I've heard good things about it. It was on my want to read list, and I'm very excited to continue reading more YA mystery thrillers because, as I've said a million times, that is a new favorite genre for me. I know a lot of people hate on YA thrillers and they prefer adult ones, but this girl is here for both, so very excited about this. So going along with the theme, we have The Cousins by Karen M. McManus, another YA mystery thriller, and this is one I actually did read, so I can let you know a little bit more about it. But basically it's about these three cousins. They are all in high school, and their parents were disowned by their grandma when their parents were younger, and so these kids have grown up never getting to meet their grandma, but always being very interested in her and why she disowned their children, because the parents claim that they don't know why their mom disowned them and didn't give them any of the inheritance and stuff like that. So when one day they get a letter from the grandma asking for all of the cousins to go to her like resort that she owns, they all go there for the summer and are very interested in getting to know their grandma and knowing why she wants to meet them now and why she had disowned her parents. Like, what did the parents do to her that made her so mad at them? And I really liked this book. I think the video of me reading it is already up on my channel, so I will link that and you can see what I thought, but I'll just say I did give it 4 out of 5 stars, so pretty good. The next book we have is They Wish They Were Us, and it's by Jessica Goodman. This one, again, YA mystery thriller, and it literally sounds great. It sounds like all the other YA thrillers that I love. I have heard mixed things about it, so we'll see how it goes, but basically it is about this teenage girl. It seems like she has a great life, but her friend was murdered during their first year of high school, and the killer got found and all of that. But now I think she's in her senior year, and she starts getting texts that are saying that that guy that was convicted actually is innocent and the killer actually wasn't found. So then I think she's gonna have to like try and figure out what actually happened to her friend and who actually murdered them. Obviously the murderer is probably still around. So this sounds great. It sounds kind of like Holly Jackson's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, where Pip is trying to solve this murder that happened a few years ago in her high school. It definitely sounds right up my alley, so I'm definitely excited for this. Now I see what people mean when they make like these types of videos. You're just saying, I'm excited for this one over and over, but I really am excited to get to these. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog for them. I don't know, stay tuned. So these next group of books I just bought myself that I found discounted at some bookstores before my whole province went on lockdown and I can't go to bookstores. But anyways, we have One by One by Ruth Ware. Very exciting. This was one that was very talked about on BookTube, so I don't know how much I have to say about it, but I saw it at discount store for only $11, so I decided to pick it up, even though at the time I had mixed feelings from seeing some negative reviews. But since then I've actually seen a lot of positive reviews, so I'm actually excited that I did grab this when I did. This sounds like my ideal thriller, honestly, because it's a group of people I think that work together, that go on this trip to like the snowy mountains to ski or something, and then they all get trapped together and then people start dying one by one, which literally sounds so great to me. This sounds like what I wanted from the guest list. I thought the whole like wedding guest list was gonna get killed one by one. Spoiler alert, that didn't happen. So this sounds like exactly the type of book that I would want a bunch of people in a place and they start getting killed off and you have to like narrow down who's the killer. I've seen so many movies like that and haven't really read too many books like that, so really excited about this one. And I haven't read any Ruth Ware yet, so still undecided on her. Then we had sort of an impulse buy, I don't know, so I decided to buy the whole Mara Dyer trilogy. These ones are kind of not really hip right now. Like they were popular when they came out, which was when 2012. So during the time when I was a teenager, I heard a lot about these and I never had read them. When I saw the whole trilogy, which is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, The Revolution of Mara Dyer, oh, Retribution, sorry, and then The Evolution of Mara Dyer, I just was like, let me get them all. Like they were pretty cheap. Yeah, this one was 10 bucks. I don't know what the other ones were, but I was like, let me just get them and finally read the series at some point. So I think it's kind of like a fantasy series, which if you guys watched my bookish goals for the year, you know I want to read more fantasy. And so I'm just gonna try and squeeze in this series at some point. So a little bit more about what it's about because I don't know. The back just says, you wake up with no memories of the last few days. Your friends were killed in an accident that you miraculously survived. Your family has to move to another state to escape the fallout. You meet a mysterious boy who seems to know more about your past than you do. You start seeing things that can't possibly be there. You are afraid of losing your mind. Can you keep it together? Mara Dyer is about to find out. Yeah, that's basically what I knew about it, is that it's about this girl and it seems like she's going crazy. Yeah, if you know more about it, let me know. So then we get to the books I got for Christmas. So I'll just start out with this one. Can you see? Can you see it? It's Death Note, the complete all-in-one edition. Story by, I'm not even gonna try and say it because I don't wanna butcher it, but there you go. So this is a complete, look how thick this is. This is like a brick, okay? Let's pull it out. So this is a manga, obviously. Can you see? Like, can you see how thick this is? You guys probably don't know, but I love Death Note, the Death Note anime. It's the only anime I have fully watched. I've loved it. I've watched it multiple times. So I was interested in reading the manga because I read my very first manga last year and I really liked it. I liked the format and everything. So why not read Death Note? So my boyfriend got this for me for Christmas. I'm sort of intimidated by how thick it is, but obviously it's pictures, so it's not going to be like as long as if this was all words. But I'm very excited to get to this slowly. I don't know if I'm going to binge it or if I'll just read it kind of like slowly, bit by bit, but I love how like beautiful this is. But I'm definitely going to probably have to crack the spine and I'm really sad about it. But yeah, this is just like a beautiful addition and I'm really happy to have it on my shelf and I can't wait to read it. Should I do a reading vlog for it or should I just read it? I don't know. Next up for Christmas, I got the Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. All I know is that this is a standalone fantasy and that is very popular, so that's how I was interested in it. I think it's an adult fantasy and it seems like it is about this circus that just sort of pops up randomly into different towns. So I think it obviously is like a magical circus and it seems like there is a fierce competition going on and it's a duel between two young magicians, Celia and Marco, and only one can be left standing. So I wonder if that's going to be the romance and they are pitted against each other. I don't know, but I'm really excited for this one once again. Oh, and I got that from my sister and I also got this one from my sister. Legend board. One of the most talked about YA fantasies of last year. People love this book so much, so obviously it was on my radar and right now there's only one book in the series, so super easy for me to catch up. Oh, and it's by Tracy Dion. So what I know about this one is that it's about this girl who I think she's like 16 and I think her parents die or something happens to her parents and so she ends up going to this school that's like actually a college. Oh, it's for bright high schoolers. I think she goes there and she finds some sort of secret society that's there that has to do with like Arthurian legends, which is why I'm so excited. If you guys don't know, Merlin from BBC is one of my absolute favorite TV shows of all time. So I'm really excited to read more about like Arthur, Merlin, Lancelot, like those legends and see how they are involved in this book. I assume she's gonna be magic. I don't know. That's all I know about this one. I'm really, really excited to read this one. And then finally, the last books for my haul. You know what it is. The Grishaverse books by Leigh Bardugo. So, as you can see, I'm currently in the middle of this one, but this is the Shadow and Bone trilogy, first up from Leigh Bardugo. I'm sure you guys know, as there are a bunch of Grishaverse read-alongs that are happening, but this show is getting turned into a TV show that is coming out in April. So a group of booktubers that I watch created this Grishaverse read-along. I'll put some sort of like info in the description about it, but they set up like a schedule of when to read each book leading up to the TV show. So of course I had to join. So during this week that I'm filming this, we're reading Shadow and Bone, and then for later in the month it'll be Siege and Storm, very beautiful. And then next month will be Ruin and Rising, so that will be the Shadow and Bone trilogy. And then there is the duology that comes after, that's in the same world but follows different characters. So I've been reading this one and I'm like finding it hard to explain, but basically know that this is fantasy and is a YA fantasy. And again, this is from like 2012, so I definitely am noticing like some tropes that were popular back then. There's like the chosen one trope and stuff like that, but I'm really enjoying it, even though the world is super complex. And I was like, what the heck are they talking about at the beginning? But now, as you can see, I'm like almost halfway basically, and I'm fine with it. Like, I'm loving it. The confusion is going away slightly. Yeah, basically this is a fantasy series. That's all you need to know. Six of Crows, what I know about it is that it's about a heist. Like a group of like, I think 5 or 6 characters going on this heist. Don't know more than that, but it's in the same world. And then obviously Crooked Kingdom is the sequel. So those are all the books for my haul. Most of them I have not read yet, but I am very, very excited to. And most of them are fantasy. Well, some of them were mystery thrillers, but I'm very excited to be reading all of these fantasy books. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me a comment if you want. Maybe let me know if you've read any of these books and how you felt about them. But yeah, also make sure to check out my Bookstagram account so we can connect more over there. But other than that, thanks for watching my first ever haul. Hopefully I'll do more of these. I will just see you guys in my next video. Bye!